I'll be commentating Roundhouse this year, which is hype. Um, yeah, it's gonna be my first offline event commentating. It's gonna be crazy. I'm hyped for it. So it's October. Going to sleep. Good night. Thanks for staying, Darky. I'll see you. Yeah. I'll be commentating offline. Um, Pretty big. Last year, I looked at your response. Don't worry, I looked at it. Last year, I was in top eight, and this year I'll be commentating. So I'm hyped. Um, and as I said, like I'm kind of glad I took that break from Strive because like I was competing a lot last year, and hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Genmu Zero. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're almost at 400 follows, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, we took that break, and then I kind of realized I'm not the biggest fan of competing too much. I did like the teaching and commentating part of the game better. So that's what I decided to focus on. That's why I joined New Head and stuff. So I'll be commentating Roundhouse October. So anyone wants to watch and pop off in the chat for me, go for it. um, I should be commentating Gorilla Gambit pools this Sunday. So that's also hyped. It's me my first new head kind of event that's happening. And then my first YouTube video on learning characters should be out Sunday, which is hype. And then there's this. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but it's kind of insane. This is Vega. I guess hidden Ava player. I don't know if you guys know who Vega is, but he's a super cracked Amelia. Low key, I lost to him in every online tourney. He was like my tourney demon for a bit. I might have beat him in one, maybe. But he's super good. But also, I was trying to do something like this. I never got to it, but I'm glad he did because he also has a different plan behind it. So honestly, this is so sick. I was gonna do something like this, but just with my tourneys and not like Start.gg. But this is like a whole thing with it, and it's really cool.
You might know me for downplaying Millie on the timeline, but today I have something much different.
I'm sorry. I thought it was
Today,
too
I would
loud.
like to announce to everyone the secret project I've been working on for the last little bit, titled Icarus. Icarus is a dedicated stat tracking site that makes all tournament data easy to digest. It pulls information from major online events, regionals, and majors, and uses it to calculate an ELO-based leaderboard. But it's not just about the rankings. You'll get to see your full match history, track your ELO changes, and dive into various other stats that highlight your progression as a player. It's all about shining a light on our consistent players and rising stars shaking up the scene while providing a fun and easy way for spectators to enjoy it. That's why I'd like to announce the Icarus Index. The website will run off of a season, and the top 32 players at a given time will get a special place on our designated power rankings page. If you meet the top 32, you will be invited to select tournaments with huge rewards.
This is what I'm mostly
I'll give more information on that at a later date. That's all for the announcement today. I look forward to sharing more with you as we get closer to launch, which will be with the Guilty Gear patch in October. And until then, I will see you. Thank you.
I don't know how someone would do that. I'm sure it's like not even done yet, right? I'm sure. I'm sure that is like mostly like just like dummy data that was flown in. I don't think that's real live data. But it's not. Yeah, it's rating update, but for tourneys, and I'm interested in how they're going to like. Is it going to just be like big tourneys? Like, let's say someone lives in like Idaho. There's 5 people that go to the local, and they win every local. Like, is that going to be treated the same as like winning a TNS? I don't think so. Um, but it's kind of interesting to like see. Like I'm very curious in how they're gonna like distribute all that data and whatnot. But yeah. And yeah, top 32. I mean, that's also not too bad. I assume they're gonna take online tourneys seriously. So I think with like that announcement, like people are gonna take online tourneys like super seriously now because like also I'm kind of confused like this like saying like too much by the way like how do you fund that, you know, because most of that he's not getting paid for it. Hopefully he has some sponsors around it. I'm assuming with the announcement there's going to be people that are going to be wanting to sponsor it, and that's kind of how it might get funded, um, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't know if anyone's going to come out to play for free at some event, and also you're probably going to have to like get like a big house type beat, which I think would be cool because we don't have like big house because they used to have like big house for other fighting games. Big house is like some smash major that you basically get invited to, um, and they used to do other fighting games. They had Dragon Ball before, and I had a couple other ones. Um, and you used to campaign for it and whatnot. But I'm assuming it's gonna be like a big house. Everyone goes to someone's place or like you know the big house, not big house. It wasn't big house, was it? No, it wasn't big house. It was I don't even know what it's called anymore because it's been so long. Um, Whatever. But you go to someone's play. It was literally in like an Airbnb or like a big house, and they basically like just like had a whole exhibition. Um, yeah, that's what I say. No one's gonna fly out for like $1,000. Um, no, yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna fly out. Like, I feel like the Lord Knight thing was like weird though, because like it was mostly just Lord Knight's friends that kind of came out. Like, I don't, I'd have a hard time like you're not gonna get like Macmens, you know, in I forgot where Macmen's from, to fly out and be like, "Yo, I'm about to play for $1,000," even though I got you know college or not like Macmen's is like someone in college, I should say. Like no one's gonna fly out just for like you know 4 or 5 days, go play at some event that's gonna give them like $1,000 or whatnot. So I'm a little curious there of how they're gonna do that, but I do think Rating Update is a bad site in like actually tracking how good someone is compared to others. Because at the end of the day, you know, like it is just how much you win and how much you play, and obviously skill does matter. Because like again, like it's one of those things where I'll probably always be around the 2,000 mark and I'm really try harding, I'll probably get 2,200 just because it's just like I'll probably win because you know I'm okay at the game. Where like you know someone that's not good probably is gonna have to like you know rage quit a lot because obviously that Sin I played against. I looked him up afterwards. He was like 2,200 elo, and obviously he's 2,200 elo because he fucking leaves every time he's about to lose. Just fair, but yeah, it's kind of cool that like hopefully we could actually give up Rating Update and go to this cool site where you could actually see tournament data and you'll be able to see tournament statistics of how well characters are doing in tournament, and you're able to base balance changes around this data. That's not just super obscure. Because like the main issue right now is like people are like this character's broken, and then you look at the tournament results and you're just like I don't see it. Like it's not winning locals, it's not winning you know regionals, it's not winning majors. Like you know that's also like super interesting. Like you know like how broken is a character? How much percent win percentage is it getting? This may or may not encourage elos coming where you can't get sets unless this is also true. It could also bring a lot of toxicity, right? Because now there's an incentive, and there's already an incentive to like yeah, but like it's only tournament sets, Vex. It's only tournament sets. So like only sets that you play like in like start.gg. They're basically grabbing start.gg data and making like an elo out of it. And also, does it include Japanese players? Japanese players don't use start.gg. Yeah, we're talking about Vega's website. They use Toonaml. Will they grab Toonaml data? Toonaml data is a little funny because they run best of one sometimes too. It's only gonna be, yeah. That's also the thing that sucks. It's like it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, but now Japanese players are not going to. Damn, they are on Toonaml. Yeah, they're on like Toonaml or whatever it's called. So it shouldn't affect. Well, I think it should. I think we should include like Japanese players. They do have locals and online tournaments over there too. That they're not running on Star.gg for some reason, obviously. And it also like, I mean, like obviously he probably means it to be like a North American European thing, but because it's probably like the easiest. And also that's all the thing. It's like how about if Leffen wins? Because Leffen will probably want to. You gonna fly all the way out from Sweden for this? I'm curious on like more information. That's my biggest thing right now. I'm curious about the more information on it because I think it's a great idea. It just I need some information on it, or I want information on it, and obviously I'll get it. But I think it's just super cool. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like because like I mean, let's be real. Like Strive is on going to get to a point where after this year where the developers are probably going to start supporting it in a way, right? Probably it might be dropped off from Evo at some point, and like having its own community driven events is probably really cool. So if this thing is like a start to that, so what's the Slayer drama? Well, that's the next thing I want to talk about. Uh, Strive is more popular and Exer and got support forever. I mean, I don't think it's gonna like die anytime soon. I'm not saying that. I don't think we're getting into season 5, and I think we will still get patches for like 2 years after. But I feel like the Strive community, like I hate to say this, but it's very like like we a lot of the players that play Strive just kind of play Strive. So I think it'll be nice having that like that's also true, which I don't, which made me second guess myself because um, with them asking about what more characters you want, I was like, hold up, we probably get something. I voted to add Eddie to Strut. I forgot what I voted for. Yeah, Strive players are like, there's a lot of Strive players that just play Strive, right? Like they don't touch other fighting games, which is fine. You don't have to. Like I voted Valentine too. Actually, that's my pick, Eddie. And again, you don't have to play other Strive, but I do think Strive will eventually get like the support, the community support that like Smash does, where it's like again the Vega thing, where it's like community run events and stuff, which is like really cool. That's the stuff that I think um, I'd like to see going forward, and like the Vega thing is really good for that. And like Strive is already like I think we're probably the most online tournaments of any fighting game, right? Like there's no way there's more online tournaments than Strive tourneys. I feel like we have at least 3 tourneys going on every single day of the week. It's insane. I mean, I could be wrong because I'm not in the Street Fighter or Tekken universe, but it does seem like there's 3 tourneys a day for Guilty Gear, just online events. So even if it doesn't get support like from the developers, I do think like Strive will be fine because there's just so many people that just like playing Strive and will probably keep it alive for a long time. Because there's people like that with Exert, but like there's so many people like that with Shrive, which I think is really cool.